Please join me in welcoming Richard Rothstein.
We have accepted the biggest segregation of all and done nothing to try to remedy it, done nothing to try to eliminate it. We accept it as part of the natural environment, and that is residential segregation, the fact that every metropolitan area in this country is residentially segregated.
Richard Rothstein's book demonstrates the ways in which, over decades, systemically and structurally, wealth was concentrated in the hands of largely white communities and kept away from black communities.
This book has revealed to me information that I was never taught as a child. Information that showed me how cities were divided based on race and poverty, and how redlining has influenced our country over the past century.
Public Works Administration was not preserving community patterns. It was creating segregation.
My hope is that as my black brothers and sisters read The Color of Law, they will learn that the status of their communities is not due to black inferiority, not due to a lack of intelligence or spiritual rigor. It is due to systemic legal systems and structures.
West Louisville in particular has been a part of government-sanctioned redlining, pushing race and poverty into one area of our city that has been going on for generations.
And I hope my white brothers and sisters will recognize as they read it how it is that their communities amassed more wealth while others did not, and then will take steps to rectify this decades-long problem that has been in the making, that has brought us to where we are today.
If in fact residential segregation was created unconstitutionally by racially explicit federal, state, and local policy designed to create racial boundaries in every metropolitan area of this country and prevent African Americans and whites from living with one another, then we're obligated to undo it.
So part of what is taking place on February 12th is Dr. Richard Rothstein will be with us. I invite you to the conversation with us, to come be a part of learning our own history, the good, the bad, and the ugly parts, and how we can redeem it together.
I hope to see you on Monday evening, February the 12th, here at Crescent Hill Baptist Church, where Richard Rothstein, the author, will be speaking.
Listen to how this textbook describes slavery. The master often had a barbecue or picnic for his slaves. Then they had a great frolic. Then while working in cotton fields, they sang songs. The beat of the music and the richness of their voices made work seem light. That passage is from History of Georgia, a textbook published in 1954 that was taught in middle schools across Georgia for decades and depicts a distorted view of Civil War history that has been prevalent in the South for a long time. So how has this type of thinking become so deeply rooted in Southern memory? Blame the United Daughters of the Confederacy, founded in 1894 to preserve Confederate culture for generations to come.
Yeah, they were the leaders of the lost cause into the 20th century, and they made it a movement about vindication.
The UDC also used their fundraising and lobbying skills to pressure local governments into erecting monuments in prominent public places across the country, but mostly in southern states.
Here next to the state capitol by the United Daughters of the Confederacy.
Monument that's been in Louisville for more than a century.
The United Daughters of the Confederacy donated this memorial to the city.
Erecting monuments was the least of their efforts.
They are the most visible and tangible, but the work with children was far more influential.
A central objective of the UDC was shaping how children think about the war and their Southern heritage. One of their most powerful tools, textbooks. They published a measuring rod for textbooks that urged libraries and schools to reject any books which did not accord full justice to the South. Simmons College of Kentucky presents the February edition of the West Louisville Forum featuring Karen Cox, professor of history at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and author of Dixie's Daughters, which discusses the impact of pro-South ideology. Our topic for the forum, the Confederate Monument Mess, how Confederates won the Cultural War in America. The 1-hour forum begins at noon on Wednesday, February 7th at 1508 West Kentucky Street, with lunch available for purchase at 11 a.m. For more information, call Simmons at 502-776-14 443. It's the Simmons College of Kentucky West Louisville Forum, Solutions for Urban America.
Get ready for a new and exciting 1-hour Friday night service. St. Stephen Church presents the Sons and Daughters of Thunder, featuring the assistant ministers of St. Stephen Church.
1, 2, 3, I won't give in. No, I'm not gonna turn around. Yeah. I know I win if I don't give.
Join us each Friday night at 7 p.m. beginning February 2nd for an hour of power featuring our own assistant ministers. We'll see you at the Sons and Daughter of Thunder service Friday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. on the Louisville campus.